And we're back here once again with another episode of the Cloud9 podcast, season 12, episode 9. So if you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this episode of the Cloud9 podcast if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure to hit that notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video or go live. So hopefully you guys had a great week and weekend coming up. There is quite the bit to talk about today, but I just want to give you guys an update. I know I told you guys I was going to go watch M. Night Shyamalan's newest movie, Trap, and I really liked the trailer, but I couldn't do it today because my theater only had one showing, and if I even bothered to go to that showing, we couldn't have did the show tonight. So I looked at all the other showings and days that I could go, because as you guys know, I'm very busy between Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The only time I can go is on Saturday after Saturday SmackDown, and I have to go basically at 9:30. So Saturday SmackDown is going to end around 8:30 PST at the latest. It has to end so I can get ready to get the vlog footage that I'm going to be probably doing ready to go. But I even thought to myself, I'll probably just end up just recording that stuff in advance. That way I already just have it already done. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's been going on with me. I've just been, getting the episodes of the Cloud9 podcast uploaded to Rumble. I'm currently working my way through season 2 right now. And I just got back to uploading more episodes of the Iron Man podcast and Cloud9 podcast to the podcasting platform. So just in case you can't watch, obviously, on YouTube, on the replay, because you're busy at work or you can't watch live, go on the podcasting platforms and watch from whatever podcasting platform you choose to consume either podcast. So if you're into League of Legends, competitive talk, we have that for you guys. And if we have another podcast, it's Iron Man podcast, which talks about movies, anime, television, live, politics, all that stuff. All that stuff is literally in one show. So thank you guys for your continued support. Definitely means a lot. And yes, Comic Channel is 40 subscribers away from hitting 100 subscribers. And I even said this before, all I want to do with the other channels, the goal for them is to just hit 100 subscribers. Once they hit 100 subscribers, I'm just going to upload content on them like I was already doing, whenever I can. And then I'll just let them grow organically, but it's just, putting away videos on there at a decent, consistent rate to get them growing. And this channel is about 8-7 subs away from hitting 1,000. So yeah, we are growing. It is a little slow, but it's fine. And it's okay. So yeah, joining me here in this episode of Cloud9 podcast today, talk about competitive League of Legends, Mr. Blanks. What's going on, man? How you doing, dude?
No, not much, man. I'm gonna do an intro, but nigga, didn't I always tell you don't do it at the beginning of the stream? I'm kidding, but nah, it was a good day. It was a good motherfucking day.
Why are you so aggressive? Why are you a girl stealer? Why you gotta take my tacos?
Nigga, that was never your girl, nigga. She even said that.
I got the receipts. Fuck that bitch. I got the receipts. She over here asking to see stuff.
He said you was really different my boyfriend because he didn't want to do stuff with me. I'm like, I jokingly said on the stream, I do stuff to you. She started giggling. I was like,
nope. She said because he didn't put his sausage in me, and I was like, she said she was waiting till whatever. Good Lord, she is such a dumb bitch.
I'm gonna tell you what.
She can say whatever she wants. I could destroy her if I really wanted to. I'm a nice guy now.
I'm gonna tell you
changed.
When girls say they're waiting for marriage, they're just waiting for the guy to be like convincing enough for them to give it away. Most women, both not. Is she really religious? Is she like super religious?
No, dude. She's such a liar. They don't go to church.
That's what I'm saying. She's not waiting for marriage. Her thing is she doesn't want to give it up to somebody and then feel like it was worthless. She wants whoever she gives it up to know that person's gonna be with her. Like it's the same. And you can kind of tell because guys get a little antsy when they want to get some sex because they get a little like, how do you put it? There's horny, and then there's like desperate. Horny is like, okay, you'll say shit where it's like, wow, this motherfucker horny. Yeah. But it's like, let this motherfucker nut one time. He ain't horny no more. It's like, oh yeah, no, it just looks good on you. And then he just doesn't do anything else. a guy who's desperate could nut 5 times because he knows you're willing to give it up. It's one of those things. There's a slight difference, and that's the thing. Most women don't realize that guys know this. They don't realize that. But yeah, I got a long Pokemon video. I'm not sure if I want to redo it. I'm gonna put it out there. It's a long video. I think I could have made it shorter, but I got everything out that I needed to get out because I didn't want to cut any details in it because I feel like sometimes these people say, "Oh, this card's not good. This card's not good. This card's not." And this is what I realized about PokeTubers, not YouTubers. YouTubers are that's another story. PokeTubers, it's kind of like with League of Legends. They don't look at the casual. They only look at the competitive. Oh, this card's not competitive. You can't win a regional with this. Half the fucking cards that come out are not gonna be regional winning. Like, oh, this card's gonna help Lugia win the NAIC. I don't know why I said NAIC. I'll say my son now. NAIC. What the fuck? I said this in my video that Friday. Lugia would not get one top 8. Guess what happened? Guess who top 8 was? 6 Gardevoir decks and 2 Lost Box. Nigga, I told you. I said Lugia would barely get top 16, and it barely did. I'm not a genius. I just know how. If I play against a motherfucker who always was a duck damn brick, yeah. Imagine you're playing at minimum 18 games because you're playing a best of 3. Say you 2-0 everybody.
Mm-hmm.
That's 18 games. Say you went to 3 games, 5 out of 6, 5 out of 9 rounds. That's an extra 5 games. That's 23. And then you went to day 2. Before you get to top cut, that's another 6 rounds. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's another possible 12 to 18 games. And you're telling me that this deck ain't breaking? It's a deck it's a high roll deck. You know high roll Yu-Gi-Oh decks. If you got the common pieces, you're cracking off turn 1. Like Lugia. If I could get Arceus turn 2 in my discard pile, all I need to do is Red Dragon's the same thing. Red Drago, let me get the dragon Pokemon I need for my attackers. Lugia is let me get these 2 cards I need in the discard pile that I could get them onto my bench. Reggie Drago works slightly better, but Lugia is more consistent because all you get 2, you're done. That's it. All you need to do is get Lugia V-Star. It doesn't work like that. And I think the whole thing with the League of Legends, because I was watching something earlier. Apparently now the meta is triple ADC. Fucking Chovy busting out Draven mid. That nigga is dangerous. Wait. And then this nigga did Zeri mid.
To be fair, Zeus did it first. Zeus did Zeri top.
Zeri top, but not.
I thought that was weird already. Zeri top.
No.
That's weird.
Zeri top has been done before. It's been done. It's one of those flex picks.
I saw that motherfucker pull out Draven mid. I was like, okay, we're gonna see Caitlyn mid because that's always been a fringe solo queue.
Caitlyn mid's been done. Mid. Hasn't Caitlyn mid been done before?
In competitive, I don't think so.
It's been done a solo queue because I know Faker tried.
Yeah.
Faker did it, and Faker it was all right, but it was like
it's a real glass cannon-y pick. Like if you can get it snowballing, it can work. But if you actually get ganked a few times and fall behind, it just is useless.
There's going to be a point where this motherfucking Toby's going to be, motherfuckers going to be like, oh, I'm gonna do Jinx mid.
Yeah. Because that's what I was trying to say in like the meta. Because people are like, well, these people only play a few champions. Always give league metas time to evolve. People will start picking new shit. Nook in the BDS series against I forgot G2 or Carmen Corp, he pulled out Cassiopeia. Cassiopeia destroys ADCs. Like they literally cannot walk up to her. She will one-shot them, and they can't all in there. She has her petrifying gaze.
I think it was KC, but yeah.
Like he's bringing Draven mid, Caitlyn mid. There's Lucian mid, Corki. People have tried Zeri mid. I don't really like Zeri mid all that much. I think it's kind of trash.
Their mid is kind of like Ken. It's like Ken in a sense because they work
He
almost
doesn't
the same
play
way.
Zaya. I don't know if people don't play Zaya. Zaya is literally an ideal mid laner for like ADs.
Callista mid?
No, because she has to be attached for attacks to be stronger.
Oh yeah, okay, never mind. But people are doing Callista top.
That's so weird. I guess people are you would have to build differently than building her the traditional ADC because it's not like you even need to support.
Varus mid is coming back soon.
I always like Varus mid. Varus mid was like the original one of that.
Varus mid is a goddamn sniper. That motherfucker is behind there. He Q to just snipe you. I've done that before. I caught a motherfucker behind behind the Baron pit. And I ended up stealing the Baron and killing somebody at the same time because where the guy was, he didn't smite fast enough, and I was able to QE. Oh my god, that shit was fun. Rain out, I was doing Varus jungle because I was just bullshitting. And motherfucker wanted to do
Lucian. You can play Lucian. I tried playing Jinx mid. Jinx is such weak. Jinx has a horrible laning phase against anything not an AD mid. If you play Jinx against Syndra or Zoe or Twisted Fate or any actual mid laner, she will get dumpstered.
Twisted Fate mid is gonna be that might be fun. I think that works. I think Twisted Fate works better mid than top.
It used to be mid for a long time. They just changed his build path so he works better as a top laner now.
Nah, he don't work as he's very early game. If you fall behind Twisted Fate, yes, it's 4v5 because he can't do shit.
If someone picks Yasuo and solo queue against Twisted Fate, you might as well be playing 4v5. His best thing is bottom as a stun card. Yasuo just uses one wind wall and negates that shit. That's the absolute biggest counter ever.
Not even that. It's when Yasuo builds Merc Trez and Jack Show. A stun card ain't doing shit. Even if he don't the stun card.
I'm not gonna lie. Shit. I would just auto go bot lane. Fuck that.
Easily
doing that shit.
Easily. You just gotta send jungle support up there. It's gotta be top AC bot lane and just hope your.
I remember back in the day, someone tried Nami top against me. I was like, this champion has no damage. What is this guy doing?
You can build Nami with damage, but if you're doing Nami top lane, you might as well just do Seraphine.
Right? Seraphine got just a stronger champion.
Faster, stronger, more range. It's like
heals better. He actually heals the whole team. Shields the whole team.
If you're going to League of Legends, go look back at one of my older recent games with Seraphine. I had the most motherfucking kills on that goddamn team. I think I was like second. I had my God. I was like.
I know people are going to want to start with the LEC. Actually, yeah, we'll do the LEC first, and then we'll just go to the LCS because I'll just go on a tirade with the LCS after the Fnatic one. You know, dude, what was our last show? Sunday. Last show was Sunday. I was thinking about it. This finals it's actually even worse when you think about it. It was even worse as the days went by.
But think about back-to-back summer finals where it was a 3-0.
Right.
Just think about it. Mm-hmm. I don't know what's worse, this year or the last year's. At least Guy X was put up a fight last year. I mean, Fnatic was put up a fight, and then they just started like choking.
They started literally getting on their knees like Adriana Chedick does. Just choking.
Five black guys. They 112. Just rotating. Just
I don't even know how to explain this finals to people, dude. Like I've watched countless finals ever since 2014 World Finals. I watched a lot of finals. This is about as bad as the 2018 C9 versus Team Liquid finals in summer. Just a straight up fucking blowout. Just dick all in the ass. You know? But what's weird in that finals versus this one is C9 were arguably it was mostly copium that people thought they were gonna win. They actually lost so hard. It would make sense because Team Super Team versus Cloud9 had like more rookies on our team.
It's also crazy how Cloud9 got further in Worlds than Team Liquid did. How the fuck does that work?
That's because World seeding is terrible. It's just not good.
That's me Team Liquid because they got the better record. They got fucked.
Basically, if you get first, you get the worst. You get a way tougher group.
Were they with T1 that year?
They were KT Rolster.
Oh Jesus.
EDG. They had a shit team from the LMS. LMS teams never counted in groups. They don't count for shit.
LMS was who again?
It was a team called
No. Which region was LMS? Russia?
No, that's Taiwan.
Oh, LMS. Oh,
Basically
Taiwan.
PCS. They're called the PCS, as you know now.
You mean China Part 2?
Don't tell them that. Don't tell them that. Don't actually come up and fight us.
Nigga, most of the Taiwan motherfuckers look Chinese. You can't tell me I'm lying. Come on, man. Taiwan just China with
extra steps.
Yeah, it's like the DLC. It's like you gotta buy it. It's like, oh, we're not Chinese, but we're Chinese, but we can't say we're Chinese. What the fuck, like Hong Kong? how the fuck are you not Chinese? Oh, we're from Hong Kong. Bitch, you're on the mail. I'm gonna talk about how that shit don't make no sense. How the fuck? That's a motherfucker could live outside of Hong Kong, but due to they work in Hong Kong, oh my god.
So you know what's really horrible, guys, about this specific finals weekend for the LEC? The only reason why Fnatic got shitted on worse is because they were in the actual finals. People forget BDS quite literally just could have beaten G2, and I'll be honest here. BDS probably beats Fnatic in the finals. These teams have been giving up 3 titles all year. I've been watching G2 forever. This might be the most undeserved title ever. Mickey X wasn't even trying.
My thing is also, what if G2 won against Fnatic last week? Who do you think gets to the final, BDS or Fnatic?
Oh yeah, because they able to face each other. Probably maybe Fnatic does because they don't. No, you're right. Actually, BDS does play well into them.
That's what I'm saying.
So you're saying the real finals was before?
I don't think there was a real final. I think the real finals was G2 BDS. I think either team was cursed out of the fuck out of Fnatic.
Or maybe you could say the real finals was when Fnatic beat G2 last week.
Yeah, that was the real finals.
Yeah, because man, people forget BDS literally just could have beaten them, or at least brought it to a game 5. They choked a game. They choked a 3-game away. Game 2 was a hard choke. That wasn't even Lebrov quite literally might be the biggest worthless inter I've ever seen in my life. Then you have Adam, a guy who has looked like straight shit. Dude, from the playoffs, BDS has looked like absolute horse shit. They look horse shit against Mad Lions. They look horse shit against GX. They shouldn't have even got past GX.
G2 played 6 straight games of trash, and their team just entered into them. Think about it. From game 1.
Did you see the LoL esports stat they put out for G2?
Yeah.
In the past 8 games, because I will dominate showed it on his video.
Yeah.
They were down on average 5 to almost 10K gold. They hadn't played a good early game since they beat Fnatic in game 1 of last week.
Yep.
Straight losing. How is that possible? They're just not even winning. Before with G2 last year, they had a really, really strong early game, and they would just stomp people. Then, for some reason, they reverted into this weird kind of, we're just kind of gonna let them into a scaling play style that Cloud9 did last year. We saw how that worked for Cloud9 last year, guys. That didn't work out at Worlds. They got booty graped, and T1 made sure if you play that style into them, you're gonna get destroyed. That style does not work.
That too, plus the shit drafted Faker. Faker drafted Oriana to Silence, Silence into Oriana.
We've seen that. That style does not work. You cannot play a style where you basically have to wait for the enemy team to just basically make mistakes into you. But guess what happened, guys? That's what happened for the G2 Fnatic finals. BDS, be honest, guys, they shouldn't even have gone past GX. Remember, we watched it last week where Ignar is like, watch me. And now he's not even no more playoffs. That guy.
Me to fuck off because I felt like if BDS loses, KC beats Giant X. And we got KC versus G2. Imagine KC get to the finals of being Fnatic.
My God, that'd be a pretty big upset. What's crazy is KC isn't even good.
Upset actually doing so good.
Fuck off.
Bitch ass nigga.
Did you see how badly Targamas is still playing? There's this
no.
I should have sent you this reel where they were facing off against Mad Lions. And El Yoya is going to die for sure, going to get destroyed. Yeah. Targamas uses the Alistar headbutt and puts him in front of the Rift Herald so El Yoya can drift in the Rift Herald away.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
KC isn't even good. They're just getting away with free shit because these other teams with better players are just.
I saw that.
BDS quite literally hasn't been good at all. And somehow even they made top 3. They're themselves not good. BDS stink.
I thought LeBron was a shit support, and then I saw Dragava.
Then you see him playing Alistar. He's just like, hold my beer. I can be even worse.
It was like you go up to LeBron. LeBron, I apologize for my outburst. Like, holy shit. I saw you in.
Yeah, I literally saw Targamas and LeBron play Alistar, and it's like that. Well, what's that one meme of it's the Predator meme where the guys are shaking each other's hands and it's the one guy on the outside? It's like, bruh, I might actually have to just like never watch games they play. I'm gonna just pretend they don't exist on the server. I actually don't know who's worse at playing Alistar, Lebrov or Turgamas. That is just
Ignar
playing Rakan, his signature champion, and basically ending his season. Epic.
Oh my god, that made me sick.
Quite literally, if they just don't into them willingly, they could have potentially won that game.
That made me sick because I'm looking back and I was like, this motherfucker is the reason why NRG won last year. They take him off, NRG gets worse, and Giant X gets worse. I'm like, what the fuck? Giant X, you had the team. You had the fuck.
They had the game. They're winning it. And Ignar's just like, watch me just put us all on the unemployment line.
Dude, that broke me. And then they get bailed out because Targamas is even more shit. And if Targamas didn't play shit that goddamn game.
Guess what, people? In game 5, this top laner has been straight giga doo-doo shit. A literal do nothing in lane player until like last week. He had his one J team he played good. The coach, this fat fuck coach with his stomach hanging over his pants, gave Kana Akali top. Akali, a champion that if you literally do not snowball on, you get this worthless. She's a worthless pig.
You know what Kana said? Oh, I got this. I was like, nope. I was like,
season over at that point.
I saw him unlocking Akali. I was like, wait a second.
Remember, keep in mind, they have to win this game in order to even keep their season alive.
I was like, wait a second. They're giving Vladdy's, right? Vladdy's I was like, they're giving Vladdy's Akali for a mid, and it's like, nope. I was like, wait a second, where's Akali going? And I saw Akali go top. I was like, I just put my hand over my eyes. I was like,
they gave a champion where you quite literally have to be active in the early game in order to make it work as a pick, and they gave it to a do-nothing top laner.
And this motherfucker was losing lane since minute 1. I'm just like...
Dude, he's been losing lane ever since he came into the league. He hasn't won a single lane. He doesn't know what winning a lane means. He's lost every lane. Every lane he's ever played, he's lost. He's been losing since week 1, game 1.
And then I'm just there like, oh my god. All I wanted was Carmack Corp to beat BDS, get top 3, knock out GX. I can't even get that. The one good thing about that weekend, Tempai did win the WCQ in Europe. There was no Brandon, no Snake Eyes, no Fee Smith in the final. It was Tempai Dragon versus Ritual Beast. The matchup I actually wanted to see because that's a tough matchup. And I was like, thank God I get something this weekend. Because I wasn't feeling well that weekend. I was like, oh my God. And I got to watch. And then I got to watch this motherfucker just throw away a whole goddamn series. Oh, I could play a Collie. I was like,
guys, let me ask you this. How does this make sense to you? Harmony Corp literally had to fight for their lives to even get into a position, into a game where literally if they win, they knock out GX, they get top 3, they get season finals. Basically, all their whole year rides on that game specifically, okay? Then they give a champion. I'll repeat this again. This champion has to function in the early game. It's not a champion where, you can scale with it, but if it's put far behind enough, you're basically just a walking bot. They give it to a player that quite literally does nothing in lane. He literally is a negative impact in the game. He provides 0 impact, and they give it to that guy. How do you not get in trouble as a coach when you do that? That is so stupid. They have to work so hard to even get into that spot. You get into that spot, you're almost there. You need one more game. Why can't that motherfucker just play Ornn and just do nothing and actually just throw an Ornn ult at someone? That's more useful. You give him a champion you have to snowball on. That's already a choke. BDS, they've been choking all playoffs, and they haven't been good themselves. quite literally Nook.
BDS almost lost to Mad Lions.
And that was the game that Lebrov saved them. Lebrov's Blitzcrank hook saved them.
Yeah, like, and then fucking and then
Merwin was just like, hey,
don't get me started.
He just walked in. He just walked in and died. Or what are you doing?
Merwin is he's a waste of space. And you know, this region is so bad that my Lions has been running it down since spring, and they still get top 4 and see the finals. Just think about that.
And now we got to see him again in season finals when it starts. Not
that means these motherfuckers got 2 chances because they're in the upper bracket. All SK had to do was win one more fucking series, and they would have made top 4.
Yeah, SK just go in the playoffs. 0-2 drop. All right, like, that sounds like my regional records. Actually,
you get 2. You get a Korean bot lane, and then your fucking junglers. First of all, Isma been trash all year. I'm sorry. He had 2 games where he looked decent.
Yeah, not look good, decent, barely.
And it's like holy fuck! It is holy.
SK get a better bot lane, which I said they should do. They did. They got a little bit better, but this is what SK is. They're only a regular season team. This is what SK is. They're either a good regular season team or they're completely shit. They get into the playoffs and they always do this. There's only three ways they go. They literally went 0-2 drop. Keep in mind, this is minus the bot lane. These same 3 players, even though Irrelevant has been good. Remember back in spring, they lost to it was in winter. They lost to Vitality.
Yeah.
When they had Douglas, they were power. People were like, they should probably beat them on paper. They got beaten by Vitality. Then they almost beat Fnatic, but Extra forgot how to play Draven because reasons, obviously. Then they could win way more games in spring. They choke all of them out. They bum out in the playoffs. You know, they were just mental wound. Regular season, first place. Ever since when I first started watching the ULCS back in 2015 spring, regular season bullshit. I was like, wait a minute, this is too good to be true. They're only a regular season team. Go 0-2 drop in the playoffs.
Them and BDS.
Like, they literally went 0. They literally went 1-5. They only won a game against Carmine Corp, and they lost 3 to Fnatic, and they lost 2 to Carmine Corp. They went 1-5. This is the team that finished first place, guys. This first place was already fraudulent because they weren't even playing good League of Legends in a first place finish. They had they started out strong a little bit. The first 4 wins were pretty good, but after they lost to Fnatic, they started the wins started getting way worse. Remember, they shouldn't even be Vitality. Vitality threw it into them. Keep on, that's a Vitality that had Linces, whatever the fuck his name is.
Wickers.
Yeah, you knew Vitality, SK Gaming weren't shit. Who else?
And you know this. What was it? It was Mallions, Team Heretics.
What is there to say about them?
You know what the sad part about it is? Everybody in the chat said it doesn't matter if SK and BDS are the top 2 teams in the regular season. We all know who's going to be in the finals. G2 Fnatic. And I was like, fuck. No. And then Kendra was like, no, SK is getting to the finals. Like, yeah, okay, Kendra. Okay. All that copium. He was like, no, sorry, not SK. He said BDS. I was like, BDS. Last time BDS in the final, they were up 2-0 and just started sucking dick. Like they was just like, I was like, yeah, just deep throw. They just choked. Matt Lions there was no reason for Mad Lions to win that freaking series.
What is with the LEC and throws, dude? Mad Lions themselves shouldn't have even lost that series to BDS. And then they just throw. It feels like once a team in the LEC should have, could have, would have, maybe won a series, they just get blown out in the next one. Yep. All the teams this year have done that. Fnatic, they potentially should not Fnatic or a BDS. Yeah, BDS themselves should have not won those 2 series. They did. They choke against G2. What is going on here?
Fnatic was 6-0 and then lose or 5-0.
4 straight losses.
Yep, lose to G2. Their motherfucking kryptonite. They finally beat G2. G2 gets back and then Fnatic can't keep a fucking goalie. Oh, it don't matter. We're up 9K.
Well, they can get them, but that's all they can do is get it. They can't ever finish it.
Their niggas lost 7K goal lead in 4 minutes. How that is a fucking record. Just imagine if that was against Dan Wan. Imagine being up 7K against Dan Wan and Dan Wan just came back. I know Showmaker be like, okay, we'll take this win.
Gen G keep in mind, guys, if Gen G have a 7K gold lead, they end the game. It's over. There is no, people understand, against the Asian teams, the good ones, they literally do not allow you to get back into the
non-trolling one.
If you're playing against like NIP,
probably. Maybe T1 on a hot day where they feel like trolling a little bit, for content. Gen G doesn't do shit for content. They just want to come in and fucking spank the shit out of here and go out. Toby ain't about games. Toby got that. I'm not about games. I'm here to win. I was like, oh shit. It's like, Toby versus Cass with the end, and then Toby's like, all right, cool. Thank you for 2 free kills. It's like, and if Toby's up 30 CS at 5 minutes, and then mid lane's gone, the jungle's gone, the bot lane's gone, and then
forgot. Keep in mind, remember how we said that's what is LAT listen to the show? Because remember how we said last year to make Summer Split feel worth it to offer up a world spot, not seeding, because it's a world spot. If you win the summer, you get a world spot. G2 got that. Fnatic literally could have already qualified for Worlds, not a seed, but Worlds is already locked. So that amount of pressure is already off your shoulders. You could just freely play now. You earned it. Nope. They don't want to go.
I don't think.
Hey, LAC, if you're watching this show, how about next year? Don't change the format up that much. Make it only top 6 make playoffs. No more 7th, 8th teams. I'm cool on that. Just make it 6. It's way better.
No, I'm not. I promise
you the impact will be there.
I'm not. I was gonna say top 6. Make it top 6.
Just top 6.
But make every series a best of 5.
That's fine too. Literally, I don't get it with people. They're like, well, this 7th team is underrated because they randomly beat a 2nd place team. Meanwhile, that 7th place team turbo sprints loses every game after that.
Think about Mad Lions. Mad Lions was tied for 10th. And they get in at the 8th seed.
They were 1-7 before that even happened. 1-7. That means they hadn't won a game since week 1, day 1 of the split, guys. Week 1. They hadn't won anything.
Matt Lion is the definition of the kid who doesn't put any effort but still find a way to graduate. I
just don't get it with some people, dude. People are like, well, people say, well, Rogue beat G2. Yeah, but would you want Rogue making playoffs? It doesn't matter. Like, I don't care that randomly maybe an 8 seed sometimes or a 7 seed beats a first team. We know the reason why that team is 7th and 8th is because they're not good. Why would you want a 7th place team in playoffs? I hate it when the NBA did this. Hoping the NFL never does this. I don't want 7th place seeds in. They're not good. They've never
been good. does it now. They do 7 seeds.
You're right. I forgot.
But don't forget, they give the first seed now, only the first seed, because it used to be the top
wild card, right?
Yeah. Don't forget, before they went 17, it was 16, and top 2 get the bye. That was only the top. I like the old one with 16. Sometimes the 17 does make a miraculous run like Green Bay last year. They beat the Cowboys.
How many times did that happen, though? That's the thing, man. People are doing the not you, but people do like, well, what if they do make it? They're 7th place seed for a reason, guys.
Green Bay in 2011 as the 6th seed won the Super Bowl. But you remember, I made a video about this years ago, and then the NFL came and struck everybody channel down that was shit talking about the NFL. Pretty much this is what happened. I said that the Packers. Because that was the first 10K video I had, and that the Packers will never win a Super Bowl again after this because they struck hot in a year where they're in the NFC Championship. The quarterback didn't want to play. Jay Cutler, he wasn't injured enough where he couldn't play. He just didn't feel like playing. And then Pittsburgh at that time had a locker issue. Antonio Brown was the diva who wanted the ball. Ben Roethlisberger was the veteran who was like, if I can't get you the ball, it's going to be hard for me to force it. I'm going to force the interception. You had friction within that locker room. That lead over to the team. And then the Packers who were not under man, but they shouldn't have been there. But they got there and they won. They took advantage of the Steelers, their bullshit. And then the Packers get back. Oh, we're actually good. Lose to the Giants. After that, lose to the 49ers. After that, lose to the Seahawks. Then after that, lose to the Seahawks again. They short gold was they could never strike it again. Oh, but Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback of all time. It's like nigga not even top 5. Get off his dick. Like, but that's a whole other rant for a whole other day.
Yeah.
In this case,
like how many 8th place teams do you know in league that you've watched throughout these years? Do you know is generally pretty good? Most 8th place teams are trash, guys.
Oh yeah, like
most 7th place teams are trash. Remember back when the LCS had more teams?
Yeah.
Spring split had 6 teams.
Yeah.
Summer split you'd have more teams. Keep in mind, guys, there was a the split you started watching with the LCS. That was the split where the format worked where the eight teams made it to playoffs, right?
Yeah.
Golden Guardians. You remember this? Golden Guardians were 5-13, and we're supposed to believe that they barely can win 5 games out of 18 best of ones in a way weaker format than what it's right now.
If 4 of those wins came against a team that were
below them,
and one came on the upset against one of the teams above them, that was like a seed or 2 above them.
Yeah, and we're supposed to gaslight our brains into thinking, wait, this team barely won 5 games out of 18, but somehow they're going to win 3 and 5? That wouldn't make any sense. Keep in mind, but they got 5 wins. Yes, 5 wins spread out through weeks on end. It wasn't like they got 5 wins up front and then started losing a lot. No. They had like 1 win, then they had like a 5-game losing streak. Played a bad team, got a win. It's like, guys, they didn't get 5 wins like that up front. It was basically long teeth-pulling wins to get those.
It was like a span of 2 weeks or 3 weeks where they didn't win anything. And then, it's like that.
We'll put that at an 8-game losing streak. I'm supposed to believe the team can win 3 games in 5. Fuck off. What the hell logic is that? Oh, guys. But, all right, so we talked about every team. So Fnatic, to really hone in on them, this is just pathetic, if we're being completely honest here. I just can't remember a worse finals.
Did you see the comms and the interviews?
No. You know what was worse? Humanoid did an interview with Cheap Esports where he said we need more time to fuck it up.
Nigga, you already had enough time. You had
FF. It's over.
Winter split. You had spring split. You had MSI. You had summer split the first half. Then you had the World Cup. Then you had the rest of the summer split. And then you got how much more time do you fucking need? We're about to be married with kids before this guy wins a title again. That's why motherfuckers go through the engagement phase. That's why you get engaged and then you move in with the individual. You realize this person can't be a wife. She could be she can't be a mother. She could be a wife, but you don't even want her as a wife. You just that's why I say you click your heels 3 times. You be back in your mama's house. That's what happens. A lot of times you realize I'd rather just stay with my mom than stay with this crazy bitch. I won't get no ass, but then I ain't got to deal with fucking headache. It's like that's what it's like sometimes you realize, oh, okay, this girl's crazy. I see why that guy broke over there. It's the same thing when like enough time when I watch you around London, I'm like, okay, yeah, she's a headache. She's a big fucking headache. Holy shit. I can see why MSK was talking about choking her at times. I'm like, but it was like that's when my friend, a girl, who's like, yo, I was like, I'm not dating her. I wouldn't date her. I wouldn't date her even if she wasn't your ex. Nah. And that's the thing about you can't keep saying we need more time. Then you go get to end of the season final. We need more time, nigga. How much more time? Motherfucking did
I want you to read this. Look at this. I found this interview. Oh my goodness! If we probably should read the whole thing. At least the most relevant. This one wasn't one of the relevant ones that I saw. Can you take anything from this playoffs match to improve for the season finals? And do you think you'll be able to beat G2 next time? Humanoid. I'm pretty sure we can beat them. Nope. I'm not even bothering the rest of that shit. That's just cope.
He said something about late game. I was like,
late game. We saw them play late game. There is no late game.
There is no late game. Your late game is
we just need to not throw late game. We're done. No, I'm not. I'm not about to stroke reading that. I'm good.
Humanoid, how about this? Rule number 1. Why the fuck is your ADC and your support walk through the jungle by themselves? Face checking a bush. Face checking a bush. Just 2 free kills. Now you can't get the Dragon Order goddamn buried.
Why did I read that?
Because you're gone.
That might be the dumbest thing I ever read.
How?
He said, we just don't have to throw late game. They threw in the early game. What stage of the game do you think you won?
Early game they were slow and decent. It was once that mid game. Can you pull up was it game 3? Was it game 3?
I'm gonna throw up when we watch game 3.
I want
Noah ease over into a choke point and then just griefs the whole game.
Yeah, I saw that. And I was like,
don't even watch the series. Watch that part and realize how trash Noah is. Just doing that alone.
I watched K-Dro react to Fnatic throwing away a 5K goal lead in 3 minutes. That shit had me. He was just. I know K-Dro was pissed. He was just like, I'm glad there's no LEC this week. That we need a week off after the shit we saw.
We need a week off after this horse shit. I need a shower. I need to.
This was the split for G2 not to win and realize we need to play better. Guess what? G2 ain't gonna learn shit. Oh, we learned that we can just bullshit and still win.
Do you even know what G2 did? G2 did. It makes it even more crazy when you really think about how bad this finals was versus how what G2 had to do to come back. This is all G2 did. Mickey X threw his body. What's that thing? Throw your body into a line of fire. Oh. All he did. G2 just grouped his 5, ran it down ARAM style, fought them, even though they were like 8K goal down, won every team fight. Keep in mind how absurd what I just said there is. They down 8,000 gold. Their support just throws himself in like Hill is saying. They group up as 5 and win every team fight. They won probably like 3 or 4 team fights from being like 8K goal behind. Exactly. People say, does that make G2 good? No, that just makes Fnatic bad. That's not possible. That's not possible at all. There's no way that should be a thing. I'm sorry. This is the most undeserved G2 title ever. Fnatic literally are big choking frauds. That is horrible. That is bad. The fact that they could just walk down mid and go, hey, fuck it. We're probably going to lose. Fnatic are like, oh, we don't want a title. Let's just lose. Okay. Game 1, you throw. All right, cool. Game 2, you're like, bro, come on, let's pick it up here. Game 3, it's just like, you guys are match.
Imagine winning a championship when the final game, you only take out 2 towers, period. Or 3. Fnatic took down all 6 of the tower. And I think they took down the bot lane tower in the
read this right here. What do you think caused this team's underperformance today? Humanoid. We are just too nervous. Well, that doesn't disprove the choking allegations.
I would say.
Today, I felt it a lot because we have never actually been winning against them. I feel like when we are winning and it's the finals, we just put so much pressure on ourselves when we don't even have to do anything to end the game. I can understand this if you do it once. This is multiple times.
We just feel like we needed to fight or something. And yeah, it just kind of was experience because these games usually have to play slow and we're just not able to do that.
Oh my God. I hate pro players sometimes. They're so stupid.
You know what the issue is? And no, I know this. I've as Yu-Gi-Oh players, you try to overextend. That's what they did. They were trying to overextend for shit. You're already winning.
That's what I'm going to say. Yeah. That's what I'm going to say, man. This right here isn't bad if you like abstract it in a weird way. He says because these games usually have to play slow. They weren't playing slow. They were playing fast the entire time. They just threw. They were playing fast.
But the thing is, they didn't slow down in tempo when they had the lead. They could have objectives. It's like when you keep comboing. And you keep forgetting, your opponent might have a motherfucking Nibiru, and then in Nibiru you at the weakest point where all that token gets you is a 500 attack monster, and then they just run that shit over and you lose. I've seen that happen before. Actually, I was the person that actually Nibiru somebody for a championship. That shit was crazy. And OTS championship.
Season finals. The one right here is
G2 don't even have to try for the season finals, but they might watch. G2 is going to not try and still win. That's how sad this region is.
This region is pitiful. It's horrible.
If G2 doesn't try and they win season finals, just
Burn
At
this.
this point, just give G2 an auto seed into Worlds next year and Messiah next year, whatever is next year. Just give it to G2.
Do you know what's going to make the region better? It's so sad. G2 would inherently handicap themselves, slightly dismantling their roster.
Oh,
That's what would make the region better. That goes to show you just how far ahead G2 is in terms of just as an org in the LEC. They literally have to dismantle their own roster to potentially challenge themselves to have a harder time of winning titles next year.
I'm going to tell you right now. Depending on who leaves, they actually might get better. If Yak leaves, they're getting better. Because they're going to get a jungler that's actually going to fit their
You know what's crazy?
style.
If they get a better jungler, not saying Yak's been bad. He's been pretty like solid to good, depending on which split you're talking about. If they get a jungler that's even better than him, I don't see how none of those teams win. If they swap out like Mickey X for someone like, I don't know, like Limit, I don't even think that would be a bigger downgrade right now.
No, that's a lateral. But the thing is, Limit doesn't end. Limit fits Hanfan's playstyle because all Limit wants to do is support and protect. Mickey wants to kind of play playmaking. Hanfan wants to be a playmaker, but he wants to kind of carry toward the end. Limit could protect him with Brawl, Nautilus, Blitzcrank. He could do all that, but be a pure support tank, Alistar. Because Mickey X just is.
Well,
Mickey X knows how to play support. He just likes to play style a little too much. And you think about it, how many championships has this motherfucker won?
Quite a bit.
Five in the last 2 years.
So he won everything from 2019 until the end of 2020. So he won 4 splits in a row.
Yep.
He's won every split from these past 2 years, except for the spring one.
Yep.
Man's a 7-time support winning.
And then this motherfucker would see the finals last year. It's like
this is his most undeserved title by far.
Oh, easily. This is the most undeserved LEC title I've seen.
This was the free. I've never seen a title this free in my life, people. This was literally BDS or Fnatic had their one shot at winning a trophy that they could have held over people's heads. Like, we won in the G2 dominant era. No, you didn't. And it's even worse.
When G2's through, you still lost. I know a guy at my local car shop who literally was playing Dinomorphia, literally putting himself down to a 10 life point. It was still beating all of us. The only reason why I was able to knock him off is I became him eventually because I started playing Scareclaw, where I went and won 13 straight matches before I ended up losing. And then I ended up still getting second because the guy who I lost to ended up getting third because of resistance. It didn't make no sense. I should have been third, but due to he lost to somebody that was worse than me, my resistance was higher. It made no fucking sense. I don't understand it. But trust me, this is even when G2 sucks, they still win. Oh my, see, it can't happen in no other region. T1 sucks, JG wins.
Yeah, you have it in Korea now, where if T1 is not having a good time with the meta, people like FearX can beat them now.
FearX is like
they lost to a Hanwha. I mean, to be fair, Hanwha Life should be on their level given their players.
Hanwha Life's weird. They're on their level and not on their level. It's one of those where every team besides JG, they're all balance each other. KT and T1 are like 50-50. Hanwha Life and T1 are 50-50. Just T1 just can't win some of those games. It's just the graphics.
Well, it's just the play style just kind of hinders them.
T1 play style beats KT.
Yeah.
KT beats Hanwha Life. Hanwha Life beats T1. It's a whole fucking cycle.
Now we're at the point where people don't even beat Gen. The only team that could even fight Gen G now is just DK. DK almost had a chance to beat them in one. DK beat them in a single game, not a best of series, a single game.
You know the sad part about it? DK is the closest, but then they can't beat Hanwha Life or T1.
So crazy, man.
DK will always have 6 losses, or at least 5, because they might take one from Hanwha Life. Yeah. They can never take one from T1 and forget about JG. KT's 50-50.
Because I think the problem only with they're at this point now with T1 where the meta is just really hurting them. You know, that's because I watched all their games. It's just the meta is just Faker's just not good right now.
Meta fuck Faker's not good. The meta where they have to
the bot lane doesn't seem like they're in sync. It looks like they're leaving.
Think about this triple ADC meta doesn't fit for T1. It's like
they're more like the play Azir that we pick Cassante top.
Yeah, it's like I'm not putting I'm about to put they use fucking Akali versus Keed. Imagine if Kana was playing. Imagine if KC was playing against fucking Genji and Kana picked fucking Akali versus Keed. Mm-hmm. Imagine picking Akali into Keed.
And then Keed just picks Gangplank.
He just picked anything. It just fucking.
What's crazy is even though Genji have been super dominant, Keen would be like their weakest play. Keed
up there right now. Keed's their weakest player against Genji, but he's still better top lane about.
Because he could fix it. He just overextends constantly. He knows his lanes are. But to be fair, he knows his lanes are always winning, so it's hard not to overextend. But he always overextends.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Keed is probably one of the weaker top laners in the LEC, but he's still better than all the top laners in the West. And when I mean West, I mean everybody in every region. Like there's only 3 top laners who are probably two. Bid is 369.
Yeah,
that's it. There's no.
You also have Doran.
Nope.
You got Kingin. Kingin might be the most fraudulent top laner to win a world championship ever.
KT might be the most fraudulent team this year. I don't understand them. I don't understand that fucking team. And you know the sad part about it? One of those teams is not making worms.
Good.
Good.
Sanity, please no.
Genji, Quandong. There's 7 teams at an LCK.
I'm just saying right now, when the playoffs happen for the LCK, people got to understand, T1 usually start bouncing back for the playoffs. If they actually don't, they bomb out of the playoffs and have to go to the gauntlet, that means their level's getting bad. But I would not peg these teams are going to have to face T1. One of them is, and they're going to be like, we can beat them. I'm just feeling T1's going to start ramping up again. It always happens.
I'm going to tell you right now, if you get an option, do not do KT. I understand why KT did it. I don't agree with it. Because you beat a team before, it doesn't mean you're going to beat the same team again. You beat and KT, you beat the team with Poopy, whatever his fucking name is. You didn't beat with Faker. Faker with 1 hand is better than Poopy with 3.
That's crazy. Actually insane.
And that's the thing about the LEC I want to break down before we go to the LCS.
Yeah.
You know the sad part about it this year?
The whole league?
Yeah, that too, but
the entirety of it. There's a lot to point out there.
That too, besides the teams in the East, the only team that I think that can challenge G2 in the West is Team Liquid. Cloud9, maybe Cloud9. T1's the only team I look at because at this point, Fnatic finally beats G2, and then you just 10K goal leads throw right out the window. Just it's like you walk out, it's like, oh, I don't want this money. The fuck? Walk. Oh, hey, Noah. Do you want to walk for the jungle? Yes, Judge. Let's walk for the jungle. Oh, let me see what's in this bush. You get obliterated like Bonnie and Clyde. Get the fuck.
Walking through a straight landmine.
Oscar entering.
He's the most worthless Renekton player ever. Like, I don't get why people even pick Renekton or Aatrox in this meta, man. There's way too many long range picks for it to be effective.
It's not even that. You got when you know two of the G2 champions are going to build armor shred, you know you gotta get tanky. Renekton wasn't even tanky. He was AP tanky, and then you got motherfucking Corgi with Affinity Edge. You know that's gonna shred right through you, right? He's gonna build LDR force. Gets LDR, you run out of the Renekton, gone. You're done. Noah, he gets one shot, and then he gets burnt down by the brand. The brand bird. Bitch, what? Oh, I survived. You're done. Get the fuck out of here. Go back and eat your 2-piece and a biscuit. Bitch.
It's even worse now that you look at it, because when you're looking at the totality of the LEC, if a team like this can't even play with leads that big, how are we supposed to assume they were supposed to be Korean teams or LPL teams with these leads? They can't even beat G2 with them. G2 isn't even fighting them back evenly.
G2's not even trying. Oh, G2's like, oh, let's just take a break for 20 minutes. And then,
they're just picking like shit scaling comps.
And then, because you know at the end of the day, they know that you're gonna. They know at the end of the day, you're gonna find a way to fuck it up. We're not even gonna do that. We're just gonna wait for you to fuck up because we know you're gonna get nervous. Mm-hmm. You're gonna take advantage. Switch G2 and put DK there.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. If that shit, if flip it around, say DK was Fnatic and Fnatic was G2. You think 1647 is about to be a fucking short game? You fall 5K against a good Korean team. They're gonna shut you out on
earlier this split for the LCK. Remember the first week where DK played against Humble Life? They perfect gamed them in 10 minutes.
Yup.
10 minutes, guys. They had one kill at the very end. That was because they over-aggressed, and it was 1 to like 20.
It was like 19 to 1 or some shit like that. It was
Actually, just clobbered the shit out of them.
It was like
that's why this is just. And then Fnatic, you know what really throws me off? The thing that really just throws me off the fucking cliff is their tweets. The tweets where it's like, yeah, now we have to look forward to season finals. Please, my heart can only take so much stupidity. What are you talking about?
It's a very bland and corporate tweet, but it makes sense. I mean, it's not. Oh, sorry that we threw all these games.
Sorry, we just threw a whole title away. It's okay, but we got this other title. It's like,
but guess what? Guess what? We got the moral victory. We finally beat G2. Not what it fucking matters. I'd rather have you get 3-0 in the season in the upper bracket finals than 3-2 in the regular finals. Mm-hmm. I don't give a fuck. Oh, we beat them in up, but doesn't it matter that we beat them in the upper bracket finals?
Yeah, because the reason why that doesn't inherently matter with like when you apply nuance to it is because if you can't do it again, it doesn't matter, people. That means the fact that they can only beat G2 randomly, insert however many days or years it takes. That means they can't beat them consistently enough for that to really matter. It doesn't. Okay. If you can't beat someone consistently, then you beating them randomly once doesn't mean shit, actually.
This is one of the reasons why I kind of hate double elimination, but this made sense why double elimination makes sense. Because this showed us who the real team is. G2, unfortunately. Because like imagine without the final.
The real team is GX, man. Come on.
No, the real team was motherfucking Karen Corporate. If it wasn't for goddamn Condom, I ain't gonna talk about that. GX too. Like, can we just swap off San Antonio and
they just swap
San Antonio and Ignar and just put them on KC, and that's all. What never mind, because Ignar's still trash too. But we're not gonna talk about that. Either way, I'm done with the LEC. This I'm done with
it. Like, I can't believe they just throw away titles like that. And for him to be in an interview and just be like, well, we were trying to do things slow. And it's like, shut up. What the fuck are you talking about?
You were doing things well, and then you got your own way. But this, I just want to, like, end on this note.
Yeah.
Fnatic throws away a championship. Mad Lions gave minimal effort, and he still get top 4 in the season finals. Minimum effort. These niggas went 1-7 and they waited till the last fucking game to actually try. That's like the kid who got straight D's and then get an A+ on the final exam and then graduates with a C+. I've seen that shit happen before.
Yeah, because the season finals starts August 10th. Fnatic versus BDS on Saturday. Oh, can't wait for that shit show. And then G2 versus Mad Lions. I'm calling it right now. Every single best of 5 from the season finals to the end of the season is going to be insert here worst best of series ever. Calling it right now. These are about to be absolute bangers and not in a good way.
Yeah.
These are about to be straight fucking Lakers versus Cavaliers
and
bullshit.
And then the highest seeded team, I think highest seeded team left faces Giant X, and the lowest seeded team left faces that means either 3 and 4 is facing SK. No, sorry, yeah, 3 or 4 is facing SK, and either 1 or 2 is facing or whichever. Either way, it's like it's okay. Yeah, let's just get through that.
Well, as we said before, let's go to the LCS for the last portion of the show for about a good 30 minutes. So I'll be honest here, guys. The reason why I haven't talked about the LCS as much, if I have to be completely honest here, this is the most boring, worst split I have ever watched in the LCS.
This is the most predictable split ever.
Like for the LCS, when it comes to like just me, to be fair, I even loved watching it when it was really bad. But it has gone to a point, kind of like how Dominate feels about the LEC. LCS is boring and bad, guys. I'm being completely honest here. This is the worst split ever. Remember people told us bullshit last fucking split? They were like, oh, well, this is the best split. No, it's horrible last split.
Think about this. When it was
it's even worse this split.
Think about it. When it was just one game, it didn't even matter if a team just sucked one time. I was like, okay, that's it. We'll see them play tomorrow. Nope, we gotta see these motherfuckers play 2 to 3 shit games.
Yep.
It's like sad because you look at it. The best series is this weekend: Cloud9 versus Team Liquid.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you, man. Even Cloud9 with some of their wins, like how they've won some games, and it does look impressive on record. But they played all the worst teams, and I to be honest here, when it comes to their games, even in the games they're winning, they're making so many brain dead mistakes.
Yep.
Just like with Fnatic, they're winning games, they're winning them, but they're not.
It's not clean.
They're making so many uncharacteristic mistakes constantly. And then I know because people want to talk about the 100 Thieves. Before we get to them, I'll do the Dig Shop Rebellion stuff. Guys, Dig is trash. I knew this was going to happen. How did I know? I watched Dig ever since they began.
I was rooting for Dig too. They
were like, Dig season. No, shut up.
I was rooting for Dig because I was like, you know what? These guys, they got screwed over. Then
all of them got screwed over. It's crazy. Most of them got screwed over by FlyQuest. That's just so weird. Yeah. But then I told you guys, don't ever put faith in Dig. Dig had a similar problem with this last year. They got named players, didn't work. They got named players again, and I was like, that's why Ors like that. I know they're constant failures. I do not give them benefit of the doubt.
But also, don't forget. Also, don't forget, their top laner was our move. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck he was?
He was the named player.
Think about it. First game, Justin wanted to kill him. Like, Justin wanted to kill him first game because our move is just so trash.
Keep in mind, speaking of random mid laners, Insanity pulled out Jin mid. And he solo killed Jensen.
He would be the motherfucker to pull that out.
Of course he would. Yeah, this is kind of like his meta to do that, which is weird.
That's not even his meta. That's just what he does. This motherfucker did Garen mid.
He wouldn't do this if it wasn't this meta too. But it's just
do this if this is that's insanity. Garen mid. This motherfucker.
He's really living up to his name.
He doesn't want to actually play actual mid lane. He just like
he's not good at them. He'll get exposed if he plays actual mid laners. They know that. They have to give him fringe shit. Or would you say it's underrated? They have to give him fringe shit. He can't play anything standard. He will get destroyed. We've seen him play standard mid laners.
Yeah, just get
the meta better not shit to Orianna, Azir, Victor, Silas, Zoe.
Oh, he's gone. He's gone.
He will be the worst mid laner. Calling it right now. He will absolute trash.
That's how ADC mid laners work from. It was like, oh, hey guys, I'm gonna do Misfortune mid. I'm like, oh fuck me. Oh fuck me.
Misfortune mid. Holy shit. Honestly, I played it before. It's actually pretty good. I really like it. You have to space very well, but
I cursed somebody on my game because they was building AP Misfortune. I was like, nigga, but what about all not doing no damage? Because you got no goddamn damage. All your damage is in the E. I was like, you fucking.
So that's before Dignitas.
I got banned for calling that R word.
Have you ever had this feeling in sports? Like you have the worst team, but then you have like a secret worst team that is performing just as bad, but the names on paper, people don't really go as hard as them. That's Dig. Dig are like the secret worst
last
team.
year, Giants and Jets.
Right?
Giants was shit, but we do well as shit. The Jets got a pass because Aaron Rodgers got fucking hurt.
That's all that. Yeah,
right.
that's what Dig is. Dig are secretly the worst team, but they're not as talked about as bad because the Shopify and Immortals.
And don't forget, I live in the New York area. That's me. I've had years where the Giants, the Jets, the Knicks, the Nets, the Mets, the Rangers, and the Islanders all sucked. That was the worst sports ever.
Hey, man, your fucking quarterback at one point, Eli Manning beat Peyton Manning. Tom Brady in the playoffs. Brady twice.
Yeah,
only player to do it. Only got to do it. In the
twice. And that was the miraculous.
Imagine how cracked that guy was back then. You look back at it now. Imagine how cracked that dude was.
Oh yeah, no. See, people say, "Oh, Eli Manning should be in the motherfucking Hall of Fame." First of all, shut the fuck up. Joe Davis had a losing fucking record as a quarterback. Has more interceptions than touchdown, and he did an interception. That motherfucker got one Super Bowl. Eli Manning got a 500 record as a quarterback. If Joe Davis could get a quarterback for being a mediocre quarterback, motherfucking Eli Manning needs to get in there. If you got a problem with that, suck my dick. Like Joe Davis should not be there. If we're going by stats and records, Joe Davis should not be in the Hall of Fame.
Because
motherfuckers want to say, okay, that's the whole rant. Oh my god, that's fine.
I just wanted to make sure we go over the other stuff because I know we'll talk about 100 Thieves in just a moment. Just to cover these few last points. I like the LCS content. I do.
Yeah.
This last week of pros was horrible with Emily and. I met Emily. I like her, but she is not a host. Okay,
she was trying hard. That's where she was trying hard.
Core JJ, I met some of these before. They don't really have like interactive personalities. I never had Masu before.
No offense, most dirty people, most people who are not meant to
who are like them don't have personalities.
But think about this also. This also leaks into sports. Most people who just do the sport are not taught to have personality. Think about it. Caitlin Clark, the reason why she's able to have media training because people taught her how to have media training, people taught her how to have a personality and all this. Some people are not taught that. They're just who they are, and they just never learn how to have a personality. And someone asked me, that's why you're so good on camera? I'm nervous on camera. The reason why I'm able to talk about Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And Code and other stuff, you can't ask – if you ask me about politics, I'm not going to say that because I don't give a fuck, and I'm going to look stupid. Like, if you ask me, oh, shit, if a guy who was this, someone asked me that question earlier about if a guy who was this and this in the bathroom, like, if you have a penis, you in men's bathroom, you should not have a penis be in the women's bathroom. That is the dumbest thing, but that's a whole other rant for another day. The thing is, people are not taught how to have a personality.
And you won't unless you have one if you're playing a video game 14 hours a day.
Play a video game, and also you don't go outside. Even athletes who go outside don't have personality.
Kevin Durant. I saw a podcast of him and I Show Speed with him and Logan Paul. Kevin Durant has nothing in personality. He's so bland.
Think about this. LeBron James had a personality because he had to develop one. Same thing with Carmelo. Same thing with Dwayne Wade. Even though Dwayne Wade is a little weird.
Dwayne Wade's actually mentally deranged.
Yeah.
That's enough for another day.
Yeah, Kevin Durant wasn't like think about it. When he was at OKC, who was the one that was always talking? Russell Westbrook. James Harden for that 1 year. Russell Westbrook, he was the one that was always the one that stepped up. Think about when he went to Golden State, who was the one that was talking? Steph Curry, Draymond Green. Think about Klay Thompson never had Klay Thompson had a personality, but he had that I don't give a fuck personality. That's why it works when it's in a small burst. Small bits. You don't turn. It's the whole thing back in the day with SNL. You don't turn a 5-minute skit into an hour and a half movie. It's trash. It's not gonna work. SNL trying to do that. You can't. Some people are just not meant to be hosts and shit. Emily Rand, she can if it works, but those people she had on that show, that episode did not work. She's not one of those that's meant to be a host. She's an analyst. She's very smart. She's very analytical.
And that's the problem too. I like that to be fair, given how bad the LCS is, this split everyone, I do think the content really has stepped up. They really have did a good job with it. But if you're going to do that kind of content, if you're going to do that content, because what that content does is that helps out players that are relatively underknown build their brand. I think that's the idea behind it, which is that's not a bad idea. The idea is good. The problem here is the players that are there should be the ones that are more talkative. If you're like, what about the guys that's not talkative? That's not how you do it. Okay, everyone, listen to me. It's not how you do a podcast. A podcast is where you talk with people constantly like we're doing. If the player's not talkative, they're just not going to be there. That's it. That's all it should be. If you're not talking on a podcast, then what the hell are you doing there?
I found last year with the 100 season. 100 season is the best. It's the best. It's the best example. Who's the like last year? The five. It was Tenacity, Closer, Beerson,
Bucio,
Double O. Who are the two best people to talk to out of those five?
Double Lift and Bucio?
No, Tenacity. It's Tenacity. Tenacity. Bucio is decent, depending on what you're talking about. Bucio can't talk shit about nobody. We saw that this year, that whole FlyQuest Dig shit. Bucio, they give all the shit to talk shit about Dig. Oh, but they're nice guys, well, you know. Bucio doesn't have a bad bone in his fucking body. He can't talk shit about people. Beerson is in his own fucking circle. He ain't gonna really talk about. Beerson didn't want to talk to his own fucking team. You think he wants to talk to your ass? Oh, but he talked to Cutie Cinderella because he feels comfortable around Cutie.
Cutie Cinderella is also a hot girl, of course.
But also Cutie like flirts with her. Like if Cutie wasn't with Lil, she'd be with Beerson. That I remember I got timed out when I said that, but she said it later on her stream. Oh, anybody that got timed out for she gave us all free subs for a month because it was like because she knows she has a crush on Beerson and Lowick knows, but it's like at the same time. And never go nowhere. But the whole thing is this. You know who are the talking people. On Cloud9. Who are the two?
Jojo will talk. Blabber, you can get him talking if you ask him like meta league stuff. He'll talk. Thanatos, you can't really get him to talk.
No,
he's not even good at English.
Because but last year, who
Berserker can? It's just he's not good at English.
Last year when it was Fudge, Blabber,
Sven, they'll talk.
Medes and Berserker. Who were the two you were talking last year?
Yeah,
last year, like no Jojo. Last year, I mean last year.
Sven and Fudge would do most of the talking. That's fine.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like you know who everybody knows. Like if you try to talk to Team Liquid today, it'd be APA and who's the second person? See, exactly. You don't know who the fuck the second person on Team Liquid would be. Cordeja?
Cordeja can talk. The problem here is it's just not. He needs someone to accompany him, and having who he was different. Masu is such he's young. He doesn't really have a developed personality. He's like 17?
He's like 18, 19.
He can barely speak. He can barely talk. He literally looks like the kid that is sat inside his house all day doing nothing but playing League.
But good thing about FlyQuest is you know who the two motherfuckers talking. They're the goddamn top lane. Those two old motherfuckers. Let them talk. Let them talk shit all day.
That's the thing though, is if you want to do this idea for pros, I like the idea. It's a great idea. It's good when it has talking to people
that need to talk.
Only the people that talk. It only works as an idea with players that can talk on a podcast.
The issue is energy doesn't really have anybody that wants to fully talk. Power Fox is so goddamn dirty. It's
the only person that can do it is Huhi, but you know Huhi's the only person that can really do it. But that's the thing.
Huhi and Power Fox are the two people that would talk. Dokla, even when I see him stream, the motherfucker don't talk. That's how you supposed to interact. Half of these guys, when they stream, they don't interact with their chat.
I swear. I was watching this.
Double does, but Double sound like I
was watching this latest episode of Pros, and I was like, man, this is awful. Just LCS, people watch this shit. Here's what you do. Only put talkative people there. If that person... Because Pillow was like, well, it's good for people to listen. Yeah, it's good for people to listen and sit there and absorb information. That's not a bad idea. But if you're going to do a long-form content piece like this, it's a good idea. You need to have people that are able to converse and talk. And on a podcast, you just can't have that much dead air. People literally will start tuning out. It's just what it is. You know
the sad part about it is if they really got people that fully talk, it'd be the same motherfucking people every 2 to 3 weeks.
I'd rather have that, man. At least it's not going to be a bunch of dead air.
Too, because think about it. Think about this. Who's talking about IMP? Matter of fact, I don't care. They suck.
Tactical and Ole?
Tactical, but
I don't want to hear a mouse opinion. If I want to hear a mouse opinion, that'll be hearing about how to take L's in League for life.
That Shopify Rebellion. Who the fuck do you want to talk to us about? Insanity? Oh, Insanity. Why did that? You can never pick an actual mid laner. What are you supposed to ask him without shitting on him? Because
are you going to have Zazel on and be like, "Hey, Zazel, you lost weight."
Oh, Zazel, you look good ever since 2018. Nigga, that was 6 years ago. The fuck? Oh shit.
Zazel, why are you the same size as when Cloud9 got top 4?
Shit.
God.
But that's the thing I look at, because you look at and I kind of want to transition over to 100 Seas.
Yeah.
You look at 100 Seas. You look at 100 Seas now. Who's the most talkative person on that motherfucking team? Sniper. And that's it. That's Quid, but Quid ain't speaking English that well enough where I'm like, you can fully hear about.
Let's go 100 Thieves down. We'll go with them. So, guys, to be honest here, 100 Thieves have been really bad the entire season. It's just so bad. It's literally at the point where they're competing with Dig to be the secret worst team. They've actually played like complete shit.
Dig and IMT is
the only game they played good was against NRG. That Jinx game they had, that was on. If they played at that level every single series, they look pretty good. But they don't. And that was also against NRG. It also looks like shit. So, like, let's start with Sniper. He's like the only person really doing anything. River, like I said before, River just can't be in this meta. He cannot play mage junglers at all. It's not like he's not good at them. He just doesn't impact the game the same way at all. Quid he went from being like literally him and Inspired were timed for MVP. Quid got it. Quid has just been non-existent every game.
They've been trying to put him on utility billing, and when you need to put him on the ADC.
He just hasn't been good at all. It's like, I don't know what's been going on with him. He's just been running it. And then you have what's that guy, Meech? Well, we knew he was trash. He was always kind of a fraud, for being honest here.
No, my thing, I'm not going to say that because, you know what I'm not going to say he's a fraud? Because you remember a couple weeks ago I said, there are people who are good in the minor league but can never go to the major league because they're good. They're too good to be in the minor league, but they're not good enough to be in the major league. That's Meech. Meech is the minor league player that can average 500 in the minor league. Look like the top. There are Reddits, or there was a Reddit that were saying that Meech is the doubler of the Challenger League. You know what that means? He could have failed in the
To be fair to him, he's also playing with Ayla, who is quite literally just straight bad.
Think about that. People are saying that Quid is Chovy of the Challenger League, or they say he has Chovy-esque. What the fuck? You're telling me that Berserker is the second coming of ruler in LCK Challenger. That's me. You're saying he's not good enough to be in the because you're saying he's too good for the Challenger League. A lot of times that doesn't transition well to the actual major league, and that's what happened to Meech. Like Berserker transitioned well. Quid it's too early to tell. He looked good, but now he's regressing. But Meech is at the point where he was too good for the Challenger League. He got too good too fast. He's a great player.
Yeah,
in the Challenger League.
And the only reason why 100 Thieves even has this roster is because Nate Shot, you can tell, does not want to spend that much money on League of Legends anymore. He's so into Valorant right now. I just so you've seen a fucking clip of this guy going crazy over their Valorant. They even won a Valorant. Didn't they win a Valorant split?
Yeah,
not this one around. Not the one with the one. There was one earlier this year. They won a Valorant title. They're gonna go to like the whole Shanghai thing or whatever.
Yeah,
it's like I think I could be wrong. I haven't watched. I keep up with it here and there, but I think they're going to that.
No, they did after EG won World won World or won that championship, and then they
won Valorant Americas. I think this year. I'm pretty sure they did. They were in the finals. They beat G2. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, so. I don't think Nate Shot wants to. He didn't want to spend money in league anymore. You could tell he's been very open about problems with league.
But he
now
also said in the leader video, or he said honestly they peaked back in 2021. 2022 was the last good year.
Yeah,
because he said after he had to break up that team, and he didn't want to break up that team, but he knew they peaked. He knew
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah.
He knew the team was wavering. The way they lost to Cloud9, it didn't look like. And then when they got put into that team, nobody was sitting next to each other. Like the people that were sitting next to each other, even FBI and who he were kind of like distant. They were sitting next to each other. It didn't feel like a team anymore. It
felt like a good group of players that were just winning, but winning was the only thing keeping them happy. That's it. Everything else was horrible.
That's why I'm trying to tell the people in this team I'm in. I want you guys to be happy when you play it. It's like oh, but none of us
like 100 Thieves are at this point now where do they beat Shopify Rebellion? I know they have the weakest in the schedule coming up.
I think they do.
It's so trash.
I think so.
Trash. I will say they beat.
I'm gonna tell you why. I think they beat. I think they do beat Shopify Rebellion.
If they can beat Shopify Rebellion on Immortals, I'm pretty sure they'll be getting in.
But honestly, I don't want them to beat them.
Even if they get in, like they're about to be out. To be fair, you know what's crazy, dude? How the LCS format's going to work with this? The teams that get into the playoffs, there's no like you start in a losers bracket. Because normally, if they finish like last, they would be in the losers bracket automatically. One shot, you're done. Every team starts in the winners bracket.
Yeah,
it's like it's like. Oh my God! What's the point of having a losers bracket if no one is punished for having a bad regular season? Then, well, whatever. We'll get to that. That's such a stupid thing, man.
That one is more private. You get more games when you do it. Is it that the top two teams automatically get put into the second round?
So in this format that we're running for this split, no, every team gets in the upper bracket, so you don't get automatically thrown in the losers bracket, and you have the buys. I'm pretty sure top two have a bye.
Yeah. Okay. I like that to a certain degree. I like it because what it does is it gives you more games.
So here we have
the roster. Real quick, I'm not gonna lie. I was not surprised about this. I was even telling you that this might happen.
I knew something was gonna happen eventually. Like they were losing. They were losing in such awful ways. You could tell they were just mentally about to implode. You can tell because this happened on July 30th. When was July 30th? That was wasn't that Wednesday? Tuesday.
No, Tuesday. It was Tuesday.
Okay, so that means what their days off are on Monday.
Yeah.
That means they scrimmed on Tuesday. They got destroyed, and then they made the change. You can just tell they scrimmed. They were like, "Fuck it."
They saw them
this shit up.
They saw the morale. Trust me. I've seen that. I've seen that on the baseball team where the pitcher just didn't have the morale anymore. We was like, "You know what? We got to take out of like they would bench them and then put in another pitcher." Mm-hmm. I've seen that shit happen before. Where it was like sometimes like it's in Fnatic needs to do this with Noah, or in this case, not a bench him. If this motherfucker doesn't show up at the season finals, go for Worlds and then just don't even bring him back home. Just cut him right there. Just tell him find your own way home. That's it.
If you guys haven't seen the roster update, 100 Thieves League of Legends roster update for the foreseeable future, Meech will be taking a step back from the LCS team and moving to the bench to prioritize his mental health. And then we had the Golden Glue retweet of it, where because they're gonna have Tomo in, not Tomio. Tomo was Diggs ADC after they got rid of Spawn. Tomo played last split too, actually. Golden Glue had
we might actually lose now.
Is he that much better? I mean, it's late in the season. There's probably no one else they have. It's literally desperation for them now.
But also, there was rumor that Tomo was like practicing with like a sub team of 100 Seeds with their content creators. That's me, and we don't know.
So Golden Glue's tweet was different from whoever does the social media managing for 100 Thieves League of Legends part, which is probably the same guy. Golden Glue tweeted, "It's been a stressful season, and we are doing everything we can to support our guys, but we felt it was necessary to make a change." You see, like that's just weirdly conflicting. So that tweet says he's getting benched to prioritize his mental health. Golden Glue is saying he got benched because basically.
No, I don't think it is. I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, when they say mental health, a lot of times people say he's sick. No, I think this is mental health.
Sad?
No, mental health a lot of times means mentality. What the
what they don't want to say, oh, lack of confidence. They say mental health because then it's very broad. It makes you guess whatever it is. This is what I think it is. Meech lost confidence in himself, and they couldn't hide it anymore. It showed on the map just the way he was playing. Even with as bad as Ayla is, Ayla can't like help that. You're putting motherfucking Meech on Seraphine and you still can't do anything. You're putting this motherfucker on this 14 James. You're putting him on the Kaisa and just tell him scale up, make sure that you don't fall behind lane, and they're still losing. It was at this point, it was a mentality thing. Trust me.
Yeah.
When a thing about
I was just pointing out the 100 Thieves League of Legends tweet it's for mental health. But Golden Goose tweet makes it. I'm not saying I believe it, but it makes it seem like he's getting benched for like bad gameplay.
Oh no,
because he's right here. Tomo, so he believes Tomo will only make them stronger. So is he getting benched for bad gameplay, or is he getting benched for mental health?
I think
that's two different things, actually.
As someone okay.
It could be directly both. It could be like intrinsic.
I think it's both, but the way Golden Glue made it is coming off of two separate things. This is what I think it is. Meech's mentality is affecting his mental health, because if you don't have confidence in yourself, what happens? You don't think highly of yourself. You're doubting yourself, and that starts affecting your mental health. That's me. That starts okay. All I can't do is I'm not this guy anymore. I used to be the guy when I played for Dig. I used to be the guy when everyone's root for me and playing for not Dig, playing for this guy's toast and everyone's rooting for me. It's the whole thing when I used to be the motherfucking man in the minor league. I get to the major league, I'm batting 150. It's that whole thing. It's what it is he got the chance to go to the LCS. It was great. But it's one of those things where it's not going to work out. And I don't think it's the team. I think it's him. I think he doesn't have the skill and the confidence, mostly confidence in himself.
You can look at his face and tell him this guy is a little ropey.
This is worse than Danny. Danny had the skill. The team he was on is broken. He never had the full skill to go to the LCS. But he just played well enough to where they tricked. It
was a budget move.
It was a budget move. Yeah, it was a budget move. That's you take the best player out of the minor league. You put him in. Think about it. How many G League players go to the NBA? Probably 2, and maybe one of those will be decent. Yeah. Be like 5 points, 15 minutes per game off the bench. It's like. They took him off the bench. They gave him a chance. He looked decent in the spring. And when I say decent, summer, no confidence.
Yeah, because that's the thing, though. Them finishing in the second place, the way they did in summer, it like flipped their
expectations. They overachieved.
Because by expectations, they were supposed to be this right now. They're just this way right now that we mostly thought.
It's the same thing with Mad Lions. It's the same thing. They overachieved. Because a lot of other teams were shit, and then Team Liquid scaled, and 100 seeds did what they were supposed to do. You beat the team who don't want to play good. You know the number one rule: when someone sucks, you don't go to their level. If you know your skill level is here, you keep it here. Someone misplayed. Let me misplay. If you know G2 is playing like shit, I'm gonna go back to LSD real quick. If you know G2 is playing like shit, you don't play shit like them. You beat the fuck out of them. You don't do a Fnatic and throw a 10-game goalie. You do a Gen G. All right, cool. 20 minutes. Let's get this motherfucking beer, T-fight them, crack their cheeks, crack the nexus. Game 2. You be a motherfucking Gen G, motherfucking Harmala, motherfucking BLG, motherfucking Top Esport. You don't do no motherfucking BDS and Fnatic. You don't throw away a 10-game goalie at 20 minutes. You take that shit, take the motherfucking beer, get the motherfucking drink, and beat the motherfucking ass. And what 100 Seeds couldn't do is they could not get their ADC. If it was the support that was running like shit, you could hide that. It's
you can just get him shit like Leona and Nautilus and get just int on that willingly.
Leona, Nautilus,
which he's been doing.
Even motherfucking
who's the Shield do? Who's the motherfucking Shield do? Who's the motherfucker with the Shield?
Oh fuck. Braum.
Braum. Give him some champion like that. Just tell him to defend the goddamn ADC. But when it's your motherfucking point guard, like in basketball, two positions that cannot, if their mental health are fucked, you're done. Shooting guard, point guard, you get away, you get tell them to pass.
Yeah.
It's center. Center, you need them to defend, you need them to get to the basket. Shooting guard, what is the first word in your goddamn job? Shoot, nigga, shoot.
Yeah.
You ain't supposed to play defense. I mean, you do supposed to play defense. Shoot, nigga, if you can't motherfucking shoot, why are you on the team? If you were the ADC and you can't, if you are an ADC and your support has more kills than you, then why the fuck are you on the team?
Yeah, because that's the thing, man, is they know they're in a bad spot.
There was games that Ayla had more fucking kills than me. Why am I paying you that?
There were games I've seen Ayla play where he makes the worst engage possible. Then there's games where Meech doesn't even press his lead harder, even when he has kills. When Meech had a lead, most of the time it never mattered or didn't.
He didn't know what to do with a fucking lead because he even on the Disguised Toast team.
That's where he's from. That's where he's from. Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Remember, it was Zazel. Or was it Zazel?
Zazel. Fuck.
Zazel was the motherfucking leader on that team. All Meech had to do was shoot, nigga, shoot. All he had to do, shoot him. Yeah, I'm a block. Make sure you get the rocket blast. Motherfuckers, Zazel was the reason why Meech was good. It was like,
yeah, that's why you can tell sometimes when players split up and they go to different places and they play better and one plays worse, you can kind of tell who was the better player. Like an example, Broxa is on Fnatic. He looked pretty good-ish for the most part. Broxa goes to Team Liquid, sucks. Broxa goes to CLG, stinks. Caps, that guy Caps that he won with, I hear it's still pretty good. Winning a lot of titles, actually.
Like FBI was who he on the last year on the they didn't look too decent. FBI goes to another team. Support is contrast, but he's one of the better players. Him and JoJo. Mm-hmm. He goes to NRG, revives his motherfucking career with Ignar because Ignar and him have conflicting play styles. But one thing that Ignar and FBI both had the same objective. It was just their play styles were the same. That was the fucked up thing about it. Who he and him have the same objective, but they're totally different play style. It doesn't work because FBI doesn't like roaming. He in a sense where who he does. Now if FBI who you're roaming through the jungle, and then you got a motherfucker. Okay, who's the worst support to roam? Okay, who's the worst?
It has to be a timing thing.
If you're a bot lane, what's the and you're roaming through the jungle? What's the worst jungler to roam against? Maokai, right? Is it Maokai or the Maokai?
Well, it's not about the champion. It's more like about the timing. It's like if I'm about to get dove, it's not a good time for you to roam.
Yeah,
because you need to be there to save me. It's more like you have to tell your team when you're going to roam. Yep. Probably like why you're going to be doing it if you're going to be here at this time. It's mostly just off the back of, is this going to work for 100 Thieves? I don't know. This is just pure desperation right now. I get it. You have to make a change. They're winning. They're losing everything. Hopefully this can work to beat IMT and Shopify. All they need is to win them. Maybe a tiebreaker potentially here and there, but
no fucking tiebreaker.
Just please win 2-0 clean, please.
Yeah.
They can win 2-0, even if they're sloppy games. They'll be ahead in match record against them.
Yeah.
But now, since Shopify finally won their first series against Dig, because Dig just, I don't know what they're fucking on anymore.
You know the fucking thing about it?
Just the whole league. This is just basically a 2-team region with Team Liquid, FlyQuest.
There's going to be 4
that's it. FlyQuest didn't drop the game to this 100 Thieves. They just benched Meech. FlyQuest lost to them in one game.
Yeah.
Hello? Yep. Fuck. This is just... What is with these 1-team regions now? Oh my god! Yeah, I think
the LTS is a 2-team region.
I was saying the West. I'm sorry, it's just
and real quick, all the motherfuckers that were saying that the CB Low was doing good. Them motherfuckers if them motherfuckers, even with when the two best teams, they only get 45,000. I thought they were getting 500,000. They're getting 500,000 on television because they actually put the games on TV. When it comes to streaming, they don't get shit. How the fuck they do it? Oh yeah, because they're able to subsidize and put it on TV.
Well, it's also big. They have really big co-streamers.
Yeah,
co-stream it too, and co-streaming inflates the numbers.
Yeah,
like
that's why I see
the LCS just announced today. Tyler 1 is gonna be co-streaming the LCS. Actually,
that ain't gonna mean shit. Cause what they gonna make? What 90,000 there? Motherfuckers will have 6 people co-streaming. It barely get 80,000.
Yeah, and
Kato get that by himself on the LEC.
And keep in mind that's inflated number too. That's not any. That's not like how do I say this makes sense to people. The actual viewership it has gets inflated by these co-streamers. If they didn't have the inflation of numbers with the co-streamers, the viewership would be what on average, like what 20K, 10K. And since the LCS has taken all these breaks recently, I showed you the YouTube numbers.
Yeah,
they had 11K.
Yeah,
that's horrible. It was on average at least 20,
25. It was 2 years ago. No, sorry. 2020, the beginning of 2023 season, it was about 35K.
Yes, yeah.
And that's you gotta look at the main channel, and that's where most people go because they're not gonna. Most of the people ain't gonna be subscribed to a Double Us or a motherfucking IW. They're gonna be subscribed to the LCS because they no offense, some of these content creators sometimes they be talking about some weird shit like Double Us be talking about the time.
You watch Niki's co-stream?
I saw you shit about. He said, "Oh yeah, I would like to lock the door in my house." Nigga, what? You? Oh yeah, my apartment building would smell like shit. And Lita say,
they don't lock their house in LA. Like that actually might be the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
That's not lock your apartment, period. Like I can't do that shit. That if they did that, if I did that shit here, there'd be a squatter in my motherfucking house within an hour. Like and then I got thrown. Never mind, I'm gonna shut up. But like, point is that the LCS is fucked.
Yeah, this is. I'll be honest here. I'll go back to my original point. This is the worst split. A while. It's so bad. Both splits have been terrible. There's no narratives. All the narratives are pretty much just dead in the water because of the breaks and everything. It's nothing. It just feels so dull and boring. At least the LEC, despite how bad it is, it's decently somewhat entertaining given how bad some of the teams are. It makes you like somewhat kind of invested.
Yeah,
but the LCS
is dull.
The LCS is just dull and boring, and there's just nothing. There is nothing. This is the worst year I've watched the LCS. I don't know. Other years have been pretty bad. This is by far and away the worst year. It's so damn boring. Yeah. And it's not best of threes. It's not the best of threes. It has nothing to do with that. It's the constant breaks. Yeah, the 2 to 3 week break. They put the LCS in this closet because Valorant's going on because the LCS is not successful, obviously. And it's just, oh my God. It doesn't even need to go down to 6 teams. They just need to revive the league. You know? People said, go down to 6 teams. You would have the same issues at 6 teams.
No. Fuck all that. Fuck all that. Go down to 10 teams, but what you do is you take the top 4 of the LCS teams. You take the top 4 of the CB low teams, or you take the top 2. You even keep the top 6. This is right. Right. This is what you need to do. Whenever 2 teams do not make it out into the playoff for the LCS, automatically get eliminated. Just you cut their contract that day. It asks me if I have to say goodbye to 100 seeds, I'll do it. But fuck it. We need the 6 best teams. Give us the 2 best CBLOL teams. No offense, CBLOL is trash. I'm sorry. You talk about one region team. Tell me the last time a team outside of Loud
it was to Red Candids back in spring 2022.
And what
that's the last time I remember a different. That's the last time I remember a different Brazilian team. One was Red Candids.
And what did they do at MSI? Nothing.
About my dad's influence in my life.
Like Loud can't even win a god. Loud would be at the fucking Nexus. One win, 3 auto hits away, is throw the whole series. Like, and y'all think like Loud could be fucking Shopify Rebellion right now. Like,
yeah. Oh, you know what's crazy? Before we head out, the last thing I want to say to you guys, I don't even care to preview the matches. I guys, I just don't care. The LCS just get to the playoffs. Maybe I'll care.
The only match that matters this motherfucking weekend is Cloud9 versus Team Liquid. I have Team Liquid, but I kind of want Cloud9 to win.
Team Liquid's probably going to win, if we're being honest here.
If
Cloud9 win.
I don't want APA. I don't want APA Ego to keep getting bigger and bigger. I don't think he's a good mid laner, but the issue
he's getting away with it right now, given how bad the league is. He's one of those. Yeah,
that's the sad part. And then they motherfucking beat goddamn Fnatic in the World Cup. Just that. Oh my god.
Yeah. This is crazy, guys. Before we go, before we head out of the show, there's one thing I need to say that a lot of people forgot about. Next year, given the changes, they're gonna fly a team over, or we fly to them to play a single best of 5 to see who's going to be going to Worlds. As far as I think I like a third seed or something. It's like, what? I'm going to fly to Brazil to play a single best of 5, or they're going to fly over here to play a single best of 5. What is with whatever? That's just so. Please don't make that. That is so fucking dumb. We're about to travel. What? I don't know how many hours Brazil is ahead if you go by plane.
Brazil's only an hour ahead of the East. I think an hour or two ahead of the East.
We're going to travel
all the way
about
4 hours. It's about 4 hours.
We're going to go by plane, wake up early, get jet lag, travel all the way over there for a single best of 5 to decide world seeds. Oh, my fuck.
It's like 3 to 4 hours. It's 3 to 4 hours depending on what part of Brazil it is. Because Brazil is because the way their country is, their country's big enough where they're in the time zone that's 1 hour ahead of the East Coast, but they're also on the West Coast time. It depends on where in the country they play at, because they might actually just play on the same time zone, and it just be a vertical move down, and then, but more likely it's probably would be like Rio or Sao Paulo. I'm not gonna lie.
I'll be honest with you guys, I don't care to predict the games. LCS is so beyond boring. I just.
Fact. I'm gonna bring up the game. I'll bring up the game real quick.
I know it's Team Liquid versus Cloud9. That's literally it.
That's the only motherfucker. That's the only important series.
Because the LCK, I know it's
Genji versus T1. I think Genji wins 2-0, but I wouldn't be surprised if T1 takes it 3 games.
Hopefully.
Because honestly, this weekend of games for the LCK, I'm gonna preview the LCK games real quick.
It's 3 games. Yeah, damn.
Yeah. Today is Noxian versus Hamalife. D plus versus Kwangdong. That's a toss up. I say D plus. That's for Friday.
Yeah.
Saturday is T1 versus Genji. I think Genji in 3. I hope it's not 2-0, but I wouldn't be surprised.
If this is the series where T1 starts playing good, I would like that as well. But given their recent form, it's been rough for them.
It's a coin toss.
Yeah.
And then we got FRX versus DRX. Nope, I'm going to sleep.
There's no one wins out of watching that.
Sunday. Oh, okay. Sunday. Don't even wake up. Just watch vibes. It's Brian versus KT.
Sunday, go outside and touch grass.
Yeah, Brian versus KT and Kwangdong versus Nam. Yeah, no, don't even worry about Sunday. Sunday doesn't exist. Sunday does not exist. Saturday for the LCS. Saturday we have. Oh, it don't even matter. Okay, none of the games on Saturday even matters. It's Energy versus Dignitas Saturday. First game.
That's the match of the week.
First series. 100 C's Immortals second series. Oh God, I hope 100 C's win. If we lose to Immortals, I'm done. I'm done.
Just actually throwing the towel to lose to Immortals.
I'm telling you right now. Don't even watch the live stream Saturday. Just wait for VODs.
What do you want, VODs? Go outside and touch grass.
Matter of fact, don't even watch VODs. Just come to LOLesports.com and just see who won. Like how we doing?
Just go to highlights. You don't need to watch this shit live. You
No,
watch
no,
this shit
no.
live, you might actually
Not
have
even
to
highlights. Not even you don't need to watch highlights. Just go to LOL Esports, click on a thing, and then just look at it. If it says 2-1 or 2-0, your team. And Sunday is where we get to it's one good series this week. Cloud9 versus Team Liquid is the first game, first series at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then we got FlyQuest versus Shopify at 7, or after the conclusion of Cloud9 Team Liquid. There's only one good series this weekend. Yep, and it's Sunday. That's me. The series.
So you're
Team
basically
Liquid,
just telling me that it's just Team Liquid versus Cloud9 and Genji versus T1.
I thought it was Saturday, but it's Sunday. That's me.
Really?
Yeah, it's Sunday. Team Liquid for Cloud9. Saturday is Genji versus T1.
Okay.
That's me. You get to watch Genji probably win Saturday, or more likely win Saturday, and Cloud9 wins, or hopefully win Sunday. Hopefully. G2 LEC is off for this week, thank God, because oh my God,
I think we need a break from them.
After what we saw, and when he said, "Oh, Noah wasn't playing bad," shut up. When you do PR, like do not speak on other players. If they ask you, "Oh, we other team did fine," that's it. You gotta lie, don't say shit. And I'm gonna watch and I'm gonna see who LPL plays. That's a shit ton of fucking games as well. Let me give it LCS, LPL. Who do we got today?
For the LPL? What game have I watched recently from them? I've been watching. It's just been LPL has so many games going on constantly. It's just so hard to keep up with some time with them. They're the hardest region to watch by far. So much shit happening.
Yeah, because LPL on League of Legends Esports, the last game they officially played. Oh no, actually no, they're done. They're done for now. They don't have another.
They should be in the playoffs right now.
Yeah, they're in the playoffs. BLG 2-0 FPX. And JG doesn't look good this year. I'm not gonna lie. Top Esports 2-0.
They only looked good in that in that draft portion.
Oh, by the way, Ninja. Oh my God.
Ninjas in pajamas need to be out of the league. I'm sorry.
0-8. What the fuck happened?
What do you mean? What happened? That's what they always are. Thunder Talk is 5-2, bruh. What is going on?
RG 1-6, but could have easily been 2-5. LNG is 7-1. You know they frauds. Wave 5-3. Even Ultra Prime got 2 wins.
LNG is 7-1. Yeah, I heard they kind of started picking it up recently.
Yeah.
Where's Wave? That fraud ass word.
5-3. OMG is motherfucking 6-1. How are you ninjas in pajamas? You got if Red Adam is 5-2. Red Adam
with Vikla.
Red fucking Adam.
Oh well, I have to head out. I have to get some stuff done. But yeah, man, anything you want to say before we head out? Actually, anything you want to let the audience know that you're gonna be working on coming up?
I got a Pokemon video. I'm gonna try. I'm hopefully put it out in the more and more like that. Well, I just gotta do a thumbnail, just put it out. It's gonna be a long, messy video, but it's just my first Pokemon video. I'm gonna have more refined ones in the future. Yeah, this is ridiculous. Oh my, yeah, the LPN is done for now. I think they're going into whatever they're about to go into. This ain't a good weekend for League. I'm telling you right now, touch grass. If you got anything else you need to do this weekend, do it.
Quite literally, if there's a girl that you've been trying to ask out,
ask her out, and go out Saturday night. But be in Sunday to watch the Cloud9 Team Liquid game, and then go out after that. Or you go out as soon as that series ends, take her out again. Don't even watch the Saturday game. Don't even watch. Don't even bother. That's I got Pokemon videos, I got Yu-Gi-Oh videos. I'm gonna start doing more like vlog where I'm just doing like story time kind of shit where I'm just talking about personal life, but I'm gonna dramatize it that no one wants to come murk me or sue me or anything. That's me. I got that coming out. I'm gonna try to see if I can get this motherfucker MSK to do an interview, like saying what we're just talking, but it's gonna feel like an interview where I'm like asking them questions. They help everyone because I'm trying to do that, but with the people I'm doing Pokemon with because they want to start a stream or a podcast, and I want to eventually try to talk to MSK, talk to Cole, talk to
you,
talk to 76. It's pretty much just gonna be
fuck.
me asking questions like I got a sample question right here. Like,
yeah, anytime.
How do you feel about the letter community? Yeah, exactly. But but it's gonna be in video form. See, it's like that. It's how do you feel about each letter of them? Like, and also, guess what? Your best friend, Mr. Robinson, you know what I'm saying? She, because if you watch the video, I'm gonna send you the video later. They're leaving Yu-Gi-Oh! Because it's no longer fun. I'm gonna send you the video later.
Robinson.
Oh yeah, it's all over Twitter. People's like, oh, we're gonna miss her. He even said in the video that he was a him. He let that shit slip in the video that she the he. That's me. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, guys. Yeah, I got that. I'm not gonna do a video on why I left. I'm just gonna do another update on why I'm playing Pokemon and why there's gonna be more Pokemon videos. I'm still gonna do market watches. I'm still gonna do discussion videos, but I'm gonna start incorporating Pokemon videos more and more because I'm playing more Pokemon now. I'm not playing Yu-Gi-Oh! As much. Just to give you that guy's heads up, but that's it.
No, we got some Pokemon stuff lined up. I'll ask you about later on.
Oh yeah, trust me, because I'm not too much into Yu-Gi-Oh! Right now. I still play Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm just not as. Will I ever fully quit Yu-Gi-Oh? No, but will it? I
think I ever could.
I would never fully quit Yu-Gi-Oh.
You understand with Yu-Gi-Oh, I don't really have to play the trading card game. Obviously, as you know, I like Master Duel. I could literally just talk about the anime on.
Yeah, anime.
I could literally just go and rewatch the entire thing and just talk about that in video form for endlessly. You understand? The actual Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game does not bring in as much views as if you just talked about the anime.
Yeah.
The only person that ever had videos do better than the anime ones was just Dizzy, and that was because, keep in mind, even those ones that he talked about, the actual trading card game, he talked about the most popular anime stuff and got the most views out of that.
Yep.
You were talking about those anime stuff out of it, not like regular tournament bullshit.
Exactly.
Why nobody plays Egyptian god cards? Gee, I wonder where those are from.
Think about all the most popular YouTubers now. Most of them, minus Califax, there's like two others. Most of this are even Califax. Califax has a Master Duel channel. We just talk about Master Duel and stuff like that. Most of them do Master Duel content, and I want to break this down. Like that's the thing too. I'll never fully leave Yu-Gi-Oh, but I'm gonna say this here, and then I'm gonna detail it later on. I might never ever go back to competitive Yu-Gi-Oh, where I'm grinding hours and hours practicing, and I'm going to locals and regional. I might go to a local here and there for like a pre-release, stuff like that, if I feel like it. But honestly, I just rather just buy the cards. I don't feel like trading anymore because too many Yu-Gi-Oh, well not Yu-Gi-Oh, but Yu-Gi-Oh players.
I stopped trading people. There's
it's too much hassling. It's just too much hassling.
Yeah. Dude, I'll be honest here. I buy the cards to have. I don't really buy them to trade them. And to be fair, the only reason why you trade them is because,
you want to get more. You want to get better cards. You trade the cards.
Well, yeah. In theory, because if you don't have as much money, you could trade for the better cards. Dude, we have jobs. We don't have to do that anymore. We just buy the cards we want. That's it.
That's the thing. It's a trading card game. No, it's a purchasing card game. Because honestly, Pokemon.
It's like, why do you have to trade cards? If you have a job, why would you trade cards? Just go buy the cards you want. Absolutely, that's
why I tell people if you want to fill out collections, you can just buy the cards. You don't have to wait for me to get deals and find deals and get them on a discount and then trade them to you. Mm-hmm. Like I tell people that it's like, why don't you want to have a trade binder? I just want to play the game. I'm so used to having a trade binder for Yu-Gi-Oh! And then no one ever wants the cards because this guy said, "Oh, it's good that you have a trade binder, but I just buy the cards myself." Yeah, why the fuck am I bringing? Why are we bringing a trade binder if you can just buy the cards yourself? Oh, because just in case if you have
like a random card from like 2004. If I had a card from 2004 that's worth $500, I'm not trading to your bum ass. I'm selling it on eBay. What kind of dumb ass logic? You're sitting.
You would have a better chance just selling it to a vendor where you don't even have to deal with fees.
Exactly. Even with that's the same thing with Pokemon. The same thing with Magic.
The thing is, even if you sold the card to a vendor and you got a little bit less money because you know they have to do it for a percentage of bullshit, I understand that. Don't like rip yourself off doing it. You could literally take that money and buy another card you want. Why would you? Like the thing is, trade. I mean, man, trading is for poor people. You literally don't have to trade unless you have a job.
Trading
makes no sense.
Trading. Okay, trading is for kids and camaraderie because. Not even broke people. I've got money. You know why I trade? Because I just like to get if they need a car, but trading is for poor people to a certain degree.
Mm-hmm.
Like people who can't buy the car, but they have enough cars of value to trade. I knew a guy who I traded a bunch of stuff to get a Phantasman, and then eventually when I sold my Phantasman, I was able to trade him a good amount of stuff. Same thing with Pokemon. I traded in one $400 Starlight Rare. They got about 500 back, 500 Pokemon cards back because that one card was so goddamn expensive in Yu-Gi-Oh! But Pokemon is like Pokemon because think about this: both Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon both have people who want to bling out their decks.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, that Pokemon, think about if Pokemon was Yu-Gi-Oh! If a card came out in gold rare in Yu-Gi-Oh! In Pokemon, instead of it being $2 like the regular common is, it'll be $150, and you know you need 4. Now your deck starting at $600 because that card is 1 out of 25 boxes to pull.
Yeah,
that's why people move over to Pokemon. It's a lot affordable. You don't have to bling out your deck unless you're going to play that deck for 2+ years. And you know your deck is guaranteed good or guaranteed playable. I'm not going to say good, but playable for at least 2 years because of rotation. 2 years. That's because you don't know how long you have your deck at full power because they do the ban list. But I just wanted to break that real quick. But yeah, I would never leave Yu-Gi-Oh! But competitive play is dead. I probably would never go back to playing competitive. Like competitively at regionals and YCSs or regionals, I'm not putting in 40-hour weeks play tested at work, at home, at work. I'm not doing that. I'd rather put that time into Pokemon or working out. Because what is the reward? A prize card that's trash. And I got a video about why I like the old prize card of Yu-Gi-Oh! Before. Because I'm gonna give you a little spoiler. I was one of the few people that liked the deal number 89 in the Chaos Chaos Emperor Dragon Armageddon. I actually like those prize cards because but only the top people get them. Anybody that puts their time and effort into playing the best deck and understanding it, you can play your fun pet deck at a regional at top. But when it came to YCS, you know you got to bring the best deck. And I got a whole spiel about why Konami needs to make the competitive scene a lot more affordable. Because you don't need, but you know what? I'm gonna have that down for a video. That video's gonna be out soon.
All right, everyone. Well, I just want to say, hopefully you guys have a great weekend coming up. Make sure to go outside and touch grass. And you guys out there, make sure you talk to girls, but don't harass them. Don't do that. Be cool, calm, and casual.
And also make sure that you wash your ass. It's too hot to be stinking.
Oh yeah.
Make sure you wash your ass, wash your nuts, and your feet.
And make sure
wash your feet.
Make sure you put your tongue in Lennon's camel toe. God damn.
I don't know about that. That girl eats Taco Bell like it's none. But I'm just saying, wash your ass, people.
Yeah. So
wash your ass, niggas.
Just want to say
peace.
Thank you. Oh, what else I got to do? Oh shit. Yes. So the Cloud9 podcast VODs are getting uploaded to Rumble. New episodes of the Iron Man podcast and Cloud9 podcast. Go to the podcasting platforms. If you can't watch the show live, or if you're at work and you don't want to use too much of your data and watch YouTube, actually, more videos are coming out. I'm sorry I've been behind on them. I have videos for comics I need to do, pop culture I need to do. I have them written down. I'm getting them. I'm gonna try and get them done, actually. Expect another episode of Full Day of Going to the Movie Theater for M. Night Shyamalan's newest film, Trap. I haven't read any reviews yet. I haven't watched nothing about it yet. I'm completely unspoiled. That's good. I'll be watching it after Saturday SmackDown, 9:30 PST. Expect the vlog to be released on Sunday or Monday. Actually, I know you guys like it with Deadpool, so I want to kind of just keep this going with whenever new movies come out. Whenever I can watch the new movies, I'll do it, you know. After M. Night Shyamalan's Trap, it'd be Alien Romulus, and then we'll keep that going. So if you're a returning viewer or new viewer, subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this episode of the Cloud9 Podcast if you enjoyed it. Comment down below. Hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video or go live. I'm MSK, a.k.a. Master Swag King.